with a speech, the king.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guest. The king is not jubilant at all. He's a fat, lazy goose. Governing is not jubilant for him. He prefers swimming in lemonade and rolling down the royal hills. And when called to an emergency meeting by his ministers, the king reluctantly attended. So what's up? Why bother me? And make it quick. I have to return to my game of goose. And the ministers explained that the treasury was empty. There's no money left. Well, are all taxes paid? Can we sell anything? I apologize, sire. All taxes are collected, and there's nothing left to sell. Except, hey king, can we sell the lemonade swimming pool? That's a terrible idea. The king. And then the Minister of Cultural Development informed the king that there's a citizen, ALFRED, that has saved a lot of gold coins to dig a huge lake for a water project far away. A water project far away? Remind that duck of his civic duty and let him borrow his gold coins to the king. But my king, how and when are we going to pay him back? We'll see, don't bother me, you come up with a plan. And ALFRED agreed to lend his 100 gold coins to the king for 6 weeks. Because in 8 weeks, Sir Henry would leave with his family to start digging the huge lake. But after 7 weeks not hearing anything from the king, ALFRED was frightened. What if the king is not going to pay me? No, kings don't do that. Kings don't cheat. After all, he is the king. I have to, it will turn out right. The king will pay back on time. But on the 8th Sunday, ALFRED panicked. He packed his bag and started to walk towards the castle. Quack, quack, quack! I want my money back! And when he walked through the fields, the bees heard what he was saying. Hey, ducky, where are you going? Are you really going to the castle? We want to caveat the blooming royal flowers. Can we join you? I said, why not? Fly with me. And walking alongside his friend the river, which was glad that it was jubilant that there was some companionship, ALFRED explained that he was going to the castle. You really are going to the castle? Can I join you? Because I always wanted to float in the royal mode. This is my chance. And ALFRED said, how can I? You know what? I swallow as much as I can. And he proceeded. And just inside of the castle, ALFRED heard the fox catching up on him. ALFRED, I hear you go to the castle. Are you really entering the castle? Yes, I am. At least I'm going to try to. I hear the king has really feast in the royal henhouse. I love to have a closer look. Can I join you? Can you smuggle me in? And Alfred said, come on, let's try. There's no such thing as too much friends. Alfred approached the castle with his whole hidden circus. Hop under my wing, he said to the fox. Sit still on the box and my chicken box on my bum, he said to the bees. And then he carefully knocked 3 times on the castle door. The door swung open, and there was Lord Turkey. I'm your servant, Master Turkey. How can I help thee? And Alfred said, I am Alfred KWAK. Quack, quack. And I'm here for the king because I want my money back. After consideration, Lord Turkey really opened the door. Follow me, please. One more step. Come on! The door slammed shut. And before Alfred realized that he was shut in the henhouse, he was locked up in the henhouse, he saw 1,000 chicken and 200 cocks approaching him aggressively. What is a duck doing in a henhouse? And Alfred feared for his life. Come out, friend fox, and save me from those hens and cocks. And before the first feather hit the floor, Alfred managed to release himself from the cage into the palace garden, shouting, screaming, singing, quack, 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 I want my money back. The king choked on his lunch. Roast that duck! And the servants grabbed Alfred and they threw him in the oven. But Alfred was not afraid. He relied on his friend, the river. River, river, no more shame, come out and kill every flame. Flushing out, filling up the oven, killing all the flames, and even pushing open the door, the river did what he asked for. And Alfred flushed in the garden again, and he screamed even harder, louder. Quack, 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 I want my money back. Then the king got really outraged. He was furious. Kill that intruder, he said to his guards. And when Alfred entered the throne room, he was not very welcome. All the guards were armed, ready to attack. And Alfred said, "To bees, or a lot of bees, sting the king." The army was afraid. They all fled anywhere. They spread out. The king was unprotected. And he fled. He jumped out of the nearest window. Boom! He was crushed by his crown. Civilians and even servants that heard all the noise approached, found the king, took his crown and brought it up to the throne room, where Alfred just discovered that the treasury was empty. And he sat down, really sad, on the throne. Then the ministers came, took over the crown, and put the crown on Alfred's head. The king is dead. Long live the king! Thank you very much.
Kees, for your story. Wow, I really love this evening. These very different speeches tonight.